Welcome to your Tech News Today, the Monday through Friday podcast about keeping you informed and empowered by giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. We'll get started in a moment. First, we'd like to recognize our partners who help make these podcasts possible. It's Thursday, December 13th. I'm Mike James. Coming up in just a bit, a malicious app that's ripping people off. Plus, Apple is working on a new subscription service, and we have an update to the massive Marriott hotel hack last month, including who was behind the massive data breach, and you're not going to be surprised. All that and more in Tech News Today. We start with another malicious app that's been caught ripping people off. Apps with bad intentions are much too common these days, but some are much worse than others. An Android app named Optimization Battery that's found in third-party app stores is definitely one to stay away from. Security researchers at ESET recently found a Trojan hidden within this app that will steal money from your PayPal account in the blink of an eye. So here's how it works. Once the app is installed on your device, the first thing it does is ask for access to Android accessibility permissions. There is a big red flag right there. You should never give access to Android accessibility permissions. If you were to give it access to that feature, the app could interact directly with your phone, which is, of course, not good. Then the app waits for you to open PayPal, or it might even send you a notification to open PayPal. Now, once you log into your PayPal account and enter a two-factor authentication code, the Optimization Battery malware goes to work. It only takes about 5 seconds. 5 seconds, believe it or not. The malware creates a new PayPal transfer, adds a recipient, a transfer amount, and then approves it. The scam happens so fast you won't even realize what happened. And it doesn't stop there. The Trojan can do much worse. To learn more and all the details of how it works, go to Komando.com and read our article entitled, "Don't Download This App That Can Deplete Your PayPal Account." Earlier this week, we told you how more and more people are getting their news from social media rather than old-fashioned newspapers and magazines, and those industries have taken a serious hit because of it. Newspapers and magazines, of course, have been losing tons of readers for a long time now, and many are being forced to shut down. But there might be some hope still, and it's coming from Apple. Apple is preparing to relaunch an app that it bought earlier this year called Texture. Now, the app offers unlimited access to around 200 magazines and will be a premium product within Apple News, which comes pre-installed on iPhones. Sometime next spring, you'll be able to pay a monthly fee to read any of the included magazines, and some major newspapers might be added to the service also. Apple is trying to add papers like the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal to the Texture app, but that is still in the works and not guaranteed to happen. The service is expected to cost about $10 per month, but not everyone is really happy about this new app. Some newspaper executives are worried that a service like this would cost them their remaining readers and that they would have to abandon their current offerings and just sign up for Texture. We'll see what happens. Just ahead, who was responsible for the huge Marriott hotel chain data breach? The answer is next, and you'll probably not be very surprised. Right now, let me tell you about our partners at Quip. I love when I see technology used in a way that not only improves your life, it also improves your health. And I'm talking about Quip, the electric toothbrush. This is not just any old electric toothbrush. It was created by dentists and designers and the pros that understand sometimes you need to add technology to improve a product. I love brushing my teeth with Quip. It gently pulses, so if you have sensitive gums, it's a perfect toothbrush for you. And I feel like I have given my teeth a deep cleaning, and it's something that you don't get with a manual toothbrush. Quip electric toothbrush is the perfect gift for anyone with a mouth. That means everybody. And it may look like a big ticket item, but it starts at just $25. And if you go to quip.com/Kim right now, you get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. But you don't have to tell your giftee that. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com. That's GETQUIP.com/Kim. Last week, we found out that the Marriott Starwood hotel chain had been the victim of a massive data breach. Around 500 million guests had sensitive information compromised, including credit card numbers, and even worse, the breach has been ongoing since 2014. So if you did make a reservation with one of these hotels during that time period, you could be impacted. We've recently found out where this attack came from, too, and it's not good, especially if you did check into one of those hotels. According to the New York Times, the cyber attack was part of a Chinese intelligence gathering effort. The hackers were working on behalf of the Chinese government, but why? Evidence suggests that this hacking campaign wasn't financial in nature. Instead, it was part of a Chinese state-led espionage effort to gather information from the U.S., and this isn't a one-of-a-kind attack from China. A few years ago, similar attacks were carried out against the health insurance company Anthem and the Office of Personnel Management. You may remember those. If you want to know more about these attacks and what to do if you could have been part of it, head over to Komando.com and read our article titled, "You Won't Believe Who's Responsible for the Marriott Hotel Chain Hack." Hundreds of millions of people have updated to Microsoft 10, and of course, now we're learning it might not be as private as we were led to believe. According to MS Power User, Windows 10 is sending user activity logs to Microsoft even when you opt out of sharing them. When the popular operating system came out a couple of years ago, Microsoft said it would collect activity data to improve Windows and that it would not share that information with other companies. But if you didn't want your activity tracked, there is a privacy setting that lets you turn it off. At least that's what we were told. Well, people have been posting on social media that Microsoft is still receiving activity logs, even from those who have opted out. Apparently, clicking Clear Activity History doesn't help either. You're still able to log into your Microsoft account and access activity history, even after supposedly clearing it. But there is another setting that you can use to stop this from happening. Just go to Settings, Privacy, Diagnostics, and Feedback, and then set it to Basic. That should prevent Microsoft from recording your activity. Well, as the year winds down, Google is taking a look back at the biggest questions Americans asked through 2018. They do this every year. I believe last year, one of the top questions was, how do you boil an egg? It's part of Google's Year in Search series. Can you guess what was on people's minds this year? Well, if you said politics, you are absolutely right. Questions about November's midterm elections took up the top 2 spots on the list. The first being how to vote. The second being how to register to vote. Some of the other questions are a little bit off the beaten path as well. The fourth most asked question was how to buy Ripple. No, it's not Ripple wine that was super popular in the 70s. This Ripple is a cryptocurrency, kind of like Bitcoin. And speaking of making money, 2 of the top 10 questions dealt with buying lottery tickets. Both Powerball and Mega Millions lotteries had some huge jackpots in 2018. One of the Mega Millions jackpots reached $1.5 billion. And just ahead, police have a new brilliant way to catch thieves right now. A quick thank you to our friends who helped make this podcast possible. Well, we got some space news for you. NASA just made another amazing discovery. Its OSIRIS-REx spacecraft has found water on a nearby asteroid named Bennu. The spacecraft traveled over 1 million miles to get the asteroid and made the discovery in less than a week. It found the presence of molecules that contain oxygen and hydrogen atoms bonded together. Scientists think these molecules exist all over the asteroid's inside water-bearing clay minerals, meaning at some point, Bennu's rocky material interacted with water. And this is really exciting because when samples of this material are returned to Earth in 2023, scientists believe that they will find a treasure trove of new information about the history and evolution of our solar system. Again, that rocket returns in 2023. Police in New Jersey have come up with a brilliant way to catch thieves. They've been placing fake Amazon packages on people's doorsteps that are loaded with a GPS tracker. Amazon also gave the police doorbell cameras to help with the sting operation. It was set up in the most crime-filled neighborhoods and seems to be working very well. One package lasted only 3 minutes before it was scooped up by a thief, and the suspect was arrested almost as quickly. Not only will this help cops nab criminals in the act, but they're also hoping it prevents future thefts. If it works as planned, we could see these type of sting operations come up all over the country. By the way, once you're done listening to our podcast, do us a favor and share it with your friends. Tell them about us, and we thank you for that. It helps us find more listeners. Finally, for today's Commando Kicker, more space stuff. The Geminid meteor shower is one of the best meteor showers of the year, and it's coming soon. They're often bright and intensely colored, but since they aren't moving as fast as other meteors, they may not be seen as well. A Geminid meteor is different than a regular one because they originate from the constellation Gemini. Now, these small chunks of rock have broken off from a famous comet that orbits the sun every 550 days. So keep an eye out for this on Thursday and Friday night. You could be in for a spectacular show. Hopefully it's not cloudy where you are. For more fun and interesting facts, go to Komando.com and search for the Commando Kicker. And that's our tech news today. Hey, you want to win great prizes like the Commando 2-in-1 tablet and laptop or the Bluetooth speaker? Simply become a Commando ambassador. If you love getting the Commando free emails, why not share it with your friends and family who will benefit from valuable tech news and digital life hacks? Invite them to get the free email alerts. The more people you invite, the more they sign up and the more prizes you win. Visit Komando.com/ambassador to get started winning prizes today.